Once again, it is granny square time, okay? I know this looks Christmassy, but my mom, she watches all my videos and she watched my The Boys video where I made this scarf, which is the scarf. Why do I always forget people? Eric's scarf. And she was like, for next Christmas, if I may request a gift, I really like that scarf and I would like a hat to go with it. And I said to her a bunch of times, but it's Christmassy, you want different colors, right? And she was like, no, I like the colors. The colors are nice. And I'm like, but it's Christmassy. And anyway, I was like, I'll do you one better. I'll make it for you for your birthday, because her birthday is annoyingly right after Christmas. It is in 10 days and I have to ship this to her. So I probably should finish it today. So I already have the scarf, beautiful, needing a home, very much so. And then I'm going to make a hat, but I'm also going to make a balaclava type thing because she wanted that as well. And then I'm also going to make gloves because we need to complete the set. It's gonna be cute. I accidentally used a different kind of red for these squares than this one though, and I didn't realize until I was finished. It's not that obvious on camera though, and it's not that obvious now until I don't know. It's kind of obvious. I don't know. Anywho, I feel like I had other things to say. This is going to be hours of weaving in ends, and I completely forgot to factor that in because I was like stressing out about this morning. I was like, it's fine, I've already made all the granny squares, but then I forgot that I freaking still have to weave in the ends though. Imagine just sending it to her and being like, yay, you get to weave in your own ends. Ah ha ha ha. She also said that she wanted me to crochet her a hat because the hat that she has holes in it, and I'm like, what do you think crochet is? Are you kidding? But she somehow thinks this will be like less, I don't know. Anyway, let's make a granny square because I saved one to show you how. And this is all hello, where do we start from? Okay, so you can either chain 4 or do a magic ring. I did a magic ring for all mine, so I am just going to chain 2. That's going to be my first double crochet. I'm using a 5mm hook, by the way, and then we're gonna do 2 more double crochets. Ta-da! That is our cluster, and I'm gonna chain 2 in between each. You can chain 3, some people chain 3, I chain 2, and then we're gonna work 3 more clusters in here. After that, we do our last 2 chains for our last corner, 1, 2, and then we insert it into the top of our first chain, and I do that like this. Or no, where the freak is it? Okay, whatever. La la la, like so, and we fasten off and pull the magic ring closed if you're using a magic ring, obviously. I wrecked to ruin everything. Then when you get your next color, you can either fasten on, or you can do what I like to do. I learned this trick a few months ago and I can't remember what video I learned it from, so I can't link it. I'm sure it's linked in one of my other videos, but I don't know which video and I'm lazy. So we take our slip knot, we wrap this around as if we're doing a double crochet. This takes a while to not feel awkward, like holding this all in place. So if you can't get it right away, that's same. But there, you just go right into your double crochet. You don't have a chain. I just like it because I don't particularly like using the double or the chain as a double crochet because like it's a lie. It's not really a double crochet. It doesn't even look like a double crochet. It's not as fat as double crochet, so I don't like it. And now we worked our first cluster in here. When we're doing like the flat side of the square, we do not increase. We're only increasing for the corners. So that's our first 2, and then we do another one, and then we chain 2 because this is in fact a corner because we're working 2 into this corner, and we're working another. We work 2 clusters into each corner with 2 chain in between, or 3, whatever you like to do, and just continue. This is the first round complete. If you need a more in-depth tutorial, this is just a standard granny square. If you look up granny square tutorial, this is probably what they will teach you to do, so you can find more in-depth ones there on YouTube somewhere. This is the 3rd row, so 2 clusters and 2 chain in every corner, no chain in the middle, working a cluster into every space, and we're done. So now I have 13 granny squares, which is hopefully the right amount. I never actually double checked and recounted what I need to do, but we're gonna go with that. I used to hate granny squares, and now I freaking love them. I'm just kidding. But like, they're so easy. Every time I see a granny square project, I'm like, oh, so easy. So then like I want to do it, but then as soon as I get like 5 granny squares in, I'm like, oh. But this time, I don't know, maybe it was because I was only making 15, what did I say? 15, 13? I don't know. That's not that many. When I was making them for this scarf, I think this scarf alone is 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, this is like 15 granny squares. Crazy. So that felt like a lot because I was also doing quite a few other things in that video that was, you know, granny squares. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. I have decided that I'm going to weave in ends of the amount of squares that I need for my projects. I'm gonna do the hat first, just a plain hat. It's gonna be like, okay, this is at the freaking bottom of my pile, of course. So there's 4 granny squares around and then 1 on the top. And you would think then it's gonna be square, but, or maybe it's because these are less square that it doesn't look square. Maybe I should make the top one a different shape, but this, like, imagine this is like a rim so that it's a normal, I don't know. We'll see what happens. And if it doesn't look right, I guess I can just undo it. It's fine. It's whatever. This is gonna take forever. And I don't understand. People keep telling me weave in as you go, like every time that I complain about ends. But what does that even mean? Like, does that just mean crocheting over your piece? Because that's not weaving in. Like, that's not gonna stay in. My mom's gonna be wearing these, probably washing them. So like, they need to be actually stuck in there, not just like hanging out. Cause like in this one, I'm gonna have to go back and redo them because I crocheted over these because I take shortcuts when I'm making videos. But like, this can pull out so easily. Like, say you're wearing this or washing it, like even if you cut it right to the end, then it's just gonna come out again. Like, I don't know. Also, I feel like I'm finally, or I think it's because it's for someone, or like, I don't know. I'm not hating weaving in as much because I know this is for my mom. I have to do it. And then I have a huge pile of things that I need to weave in ends because I never weave in ends. And now it's all left to me to do now because I want to start selling a lot of my stuff. And I don't hate the idea as much as I used to. So hopefully, I don't know, if I can just sew out and sew in little bits at a time, like if I can do like 5 pieces a day is kind of what I'm hoping to do. I did none yesterday though, so I don't even know what I'm saying. I'll meet you back here when I'm done weaving in 5 things. I've only done 2 rows so far of this. Okay, I finished my 5 and I'm not even lying, I think that took an hour. But we're not even finished these and I realize I'm gonna have to weave in more ends because now I haven't actually measured these. I don't know how long it needs to be. I guess I'll just make it to fit my head. I'm assuming my mom has a similar head size to me. I don't know why I'm measuring. I know my head measurement, so I have a 22-inch head. And each of these are a bit less than 20 or 25. Each of these are a bit less than 5 inches. So I'm just gonna round them up because we have to take off an inch. Like they're doing it on purpose. We have to take off an inch from the head circumference anyway. So 4, because we're gonna use 4 round, 4 times 5 is 20. We obviously need it to be more than that. I'm going to now do just like how I did for this. What? And just single crochet all the way around here, doing 3 in each corner and 1 in every stitch along in white. To limit the amount of ends to weave in, I'm just going to go from this one and freaking go into the next one. And when I weaved in the ends, it kind of messed up these stitches a bit, which was stupid because it's hard to get in there. And I'm going to, as I single crochet along here, I'm also going to slip stitch into each of these stitches. Every single stitch, which is going to be annoying, but less ends to weave in, so. Okay, so I completely forgot how to do this, so I shouldn't have done this all the way around. What I'm going to do is go, so I finished this one, and then I'm going to go around this end, and then down, and then around this end, and down. And then I can do the white on the way back. Alright, now I'm finished my 4. As I do this last row, I'm going to slip stitch. I haven't run out of my white yet. It makes me happy. I'm going to slip stitch to the first one, so we can make our little thing. And it's the right size now. I should do it the other way. La 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 la. I would rather have it too big than too small because we're gonna do the like part here that's gonna cinch it in anyway. So it's going good. Now I am going to crochet along the top, and then when we go back, we're gonna stick this on and then slip stitch this to the rest of them as we go. So I just single crocheted around the top in white. I crocheted once in the corners here because I only did 2 single crochets in the corners so that I could do an extra one there, and then I did 1 per single crochet row here. So single crochet in the corner, single crochet, single crochet, single crochet in the corner. And now I'm going to connect my last piece. And this makes me feel so good because I thought I was gonna have a bajillion ends to weave in, but look at me go. Ha 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 ha. Happiness. Hi, what is happening? So yeah, I'm just gonna crochet this across so we complete our little box thing the same way that I did the rest. Okay, I feel like this is gonna look stupid. I didn't really intend for it to have the ridges on the outside. That was a bit of a mistake, but I was like, I'll go with it. But if it's on the top, I don't know. Actually, no. Does that look good? It looks fine. I was just worried about it looking too boxy, which it does whenever it's off, but you stick your head in there and it's round because your head's round. Who'da thunk it? I just ran out of my white yarn, which means what? More ends to weave in. I was so close. I just had 1 more. Freaking upsetting. I thought it was gonna be perfect. I was like, really? Really? Actually, I have this piece that I messed up on. Maybe that be long enough? I don't know. Reduce for use. There we have it. I've completed my cube. That looks so funny, but I think if you just do this, now it looks like a hat. Very nice. Now I'm going to connect on here. Probably chain. Well, let's see how big this is first. Oh, yes. Ends to weave in beautiful. Oh, actually, I don't know. I was originally gonna do rib stitch, but this edging on here looks nice, and all that is single crochet. So I might just go around and do some single crochet rows because it's tight enough, I think. I'll probably do like 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 single crochet rows. Just checking. This is at 3 rows. I think I'm gonna do a bunch more. I just think this looks so ugly. Like, I don't know. But then you put it on and it looks fine. It just confuses me. I feel like this is too many now. Because if it goes off your head too much like a beanie, won't it get square again? Let me check it out. Okay, I took it out. Took like 2 rows off. So now it's back to just 2 extra rows. So 3 rows of white in total. Because that's enough to fit completely on the head, cover the ears, but not to have to like sit like this. Because if it sits like that, then it's gonna end up looking square. So I think this is the nicest I can make it. Yeah, I'm gonna right away weave in the ends for this because I don't want to have to do a lot at the end, because I always feel like, yes, I'm done whenever I finish something, but technically I'm not because I don't weave in the ends. And since this actually involves me having to go ship it within frick, I wanted to ship it tomorrow, but that's not gonna happen now. How was it? It's 3:15. Alright, it's the next day. I thought that I would finish it all in one day, but I forgot to factor in the fact that I would have to weave in all the ends, so that's fun. So I wove in all the ends for my hat. The hat is done. I was thinking about blocking it, but then I thought about not blocking it, and that just sounded a whole lot better to me. So no blocking. It will be washed eventually anyway. And then I actually finished weaving in all the ends of all of them, which makes me feel good because I started my balaclava and I got to as far as I could without filming anymore because it was getting late, and I honestly don't like filming after 5. I guess I just don't like talking anymore. So I did the exact same thing as we did for the beginning of the hat. I stitched all of these together using the same method. These are 4 pieces. Stitched them in the round and then did a row up top, and I'm worried that this is going to be, oh no, look. So this is the part that sticks around your face, okay? And it might need to be bigger, but I'll add stuff at the bottom if I need to. I am just following a picture that I seen on Pinterest when I looked up granny square balaclava. I don't like this. There's fuzzies in my face. It doesn't feel very nice. Last time I made it so, oh right, this is inside out. I made it so the ridges are on the outside. That was kind of an accident, but then I was like, whatever, it could look cool. Then I decided for this one, I'll do it on the inside just in case she doesn't like it. It should be reversible. It's just slightly noticeable that these are the wrong sides. I tried to weave in the ends as neatly as possible. For the scarf, obviously I want that to be as reversible as possible, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that because I wove in the ends as I went, and then I cut the pieces as close as possible. So I don't even know if there's enough there for me to weave in. I don't know how neat it'll be, but I'll try my best. That'll actually take the longest today, I think. I forgot about that too. I want to be finished today though, because I really want to be able to ship it by Monday, and it's Saturday today. I like this. So now the next is 3 pieces. Okay, so that it comes around like this. So what shall we do? What shall we do? Because it's not going to be even. Like say this piece is like this. So you know what? To make it simple and in case I make a mistake, I'm just gonna fasten this one off. So that way I will do my next thing. I'll just do 3 in a straight line and then I'll sew them on so that if I make a mistake with sewing them on, I can just unsew them instead of having to unravel everything because that would make me sad. I feel really stupid because this is 4 squares and this is 3 squares. So I don't know why it was so difficult for my brain to be like, how am I going to attach them and in what way? Because it's gonna be in the middle of some and it's either like I do this as the front, right? With the square in the front, and then it's just a matter of matching these up like this halfway through. Like it'll just connect where you would expect it to with a hole where the last square isn't. But in the picture that I was following, it was more like this, and this is in the middle. And then I was like, maybe that'll look prettier, but then I have the seam running through here, so it'll maybe be a bit annoying on the face, or maybe leave a mark or something. I don't know. I mark really easy, but I don't think my mom does, so. And honestly, I don't think it looks like prettier. Does it look better this way than like this way? Or I don't know. I think I'm just gonna make it more for practicality reasons, because then there'll be nothing on your face here. This would have been easier to stitch together if I had not sewn these together first. Obviously it's in the round now, it's complicated. Alrighty, let's see where we are now. Okay, now the last granny square obviously goes up here. So I'm just gonna stick that on with the same method. I am going to, this might be a bit tight, I need to stretch out. It's very nice, I want one. I'm gonna stick it on with, I'm gonna wanna like breathe my breath everywhere in there. Yeah, I'm gonna use the same method, just single crochet around here while slip stitching to the thing. Or I might just sew it on because I don't know, things are changing this year. I feel sewing's kind of nice now. Okay, this is adorable already, but I'm definitely going to do some trimming just to make it extra beautiful. And obviously we want more coverage. My mother lives in Manitoba, okay? Tis very chilly. So I'm just gonna attach here and do, well, maybe down here only like 2 rows of single crochet, and then up here maybe 3. I don't know, we'll see what it looks like, and then I'll probably do a row or 2 extra down here as well, just for some extra. The hole looks very tiny now, so I don't know, but this is after 2 rows of the single crochet. Again, this would need to be stretched. I'm not blocking it. She can stretch it on as she wears it. Okay, I don't know if I would do more because personally I don't like I love hoods, but I don't like having my side vision blocked, and she's gonna be wearing this while walking the dog, and it's probably good to see oncoming traffic, you know? So I think this is good. Maybe it's probably nicer that it's tight because the winds can get a little nippy, so you don't want too much going in. But I also want to see if I can put this on and this in case she wants double protection on those really nasty days. Oh yeah. It's hard to get it, but it's cute. Maybe, I don't know, extra. Or she can just wear like a normal plain hat underneath, because you need to make sure that your ears are, oh, and then you could do this. Oh, I'm hot. Ooh. Oh, it's getting a little chilly again. Oh yeah, I like that. This is smart. Whoever came up with these, I mean, these has probably been around for like thousands of years, I'm sure. Sorry, I'm just having too much fun doing this. It's very nice. I like it. Oh, I like that a lot. And then extra protection. This looks like too much of the one granny square, and we haven't even done the gloves yet. Ooh, that was cool. I don't know about doing the, yeah, I'll put some extra trim, because if you do this, you don't want your neck getting cold either. Ow. And I feel like it shouldn't be necessary to wear a scarf if you're wearing a balaclava? Balaclava. I did an extra 2 rows of that around there. Just makes it look more professional. Look, this one folds over nicely and doesn't look square, so I don't know what's up with this one. I think with the slip stitching, I was just a little wonky with that. My tension wasn't very even. That's my guess. Or maybe if I do it inside out, it will. Oh, just the sewing made it nicer. I don't. Who knows? Look at this. Okay, I personally think this is ugly. No offense to me, but what the frick? This looks like more like an oven mitt, and I don't know why I don't just look up tutorials or patterns for things. I'm so freaking stubborn. It's got its charm, okay? Also, it's not that warm because this square ventilates quite a bit. I would rather have it on this side because I would need some ventilation for my sweaty hands. They're already sweating in this. It looks so stupid. I feel like I should have made this shorter because that would have been cute, right? But I was like this fully extended with my hands because I was like, it needs to be big enough. I don't know why it looks so freaking humongous because my fingers are right there. You know, when I've had floppier mitts, I don't know what it is. It looks so stupid. I'm so happy that she didn't actually ask for mitts, okay? So I'm glad that they're the only ones that turned out really bad. I'm going to make the second one and show you how to make it if you're interested in making whatever the frick this is. Yeah. Okay, so I picked a side. Alexa, stop. I picked a side and did my row of single crochet on one side of my granny square. I had to make another granny square, by the way. I was one short. And then, so what am I saying? We need to make sure the thumbs are on the opposite side, right? So this is a left hand glove. Beautiful. Now we need a right hand glove. So, hello. Yeah, so it's gonna go this way. Now I'm going to continue my second row, just single crochet, but then let me count this first. Okay, and then my second row, I did single crochet in 7 stitches, and then to make the little hole, I just chained 4 and skipped 4, and then single crocheted in the last 4 stitches. Now I'm gonna single crochet back and forth a bunch until I get to the point where I can wrap it around my hand and meet the other side. Oh, also I forgot to say in the next row, I'm going to just single crochet in like the back loops of these chains just so that I have my front loop to be able to sew on the thumb easier, but that's not a big deal. So that is this look. Oh yes. So now instead of sewing it up right away, I'm going to do the ribbing. So I did 8. We're gonna do 8 stitches. So I'm gonna do an extra layer, an extra chain so that we can chain or so that we can single crochet in our second chain from the hook. My goodness, it's gonna be one of those days. And then rib stitching is just, well, I'm doing single crocheting in the back loop or the front loop, whichever you choose. You just have to stay consistent. So I always do the back loop, so I do the back loop every single row, and then since we have it attached to our work, we crochet down and then we just like slip stitch back into the work. And then since we want it to tighten up at the bottom and not just be like the same as the rest of the glove, that's the whole point of ribbing. What I did was I did 2 extra slip stitches before I went back up the row. Whenever you're first starting rib stitch, I think it's smart to count every row. Make sure that you're doing the same amount of stitches because I really struggled with it in the beginning, knowing what to crochet into, especially when you're doing a bunch of slip stitches and you crochet into the wrong loops. But I've become a pro now, so I don't have to do that. Anyway, continue that for the rest of the time. Okay, now I have this and it's best to fasten off at the bottom here because, I mean, if you can finish your line there, because then I'm gonna leave a long end and then I'm going to sew up the side. And this is the appeal of the fingerless glove because everything is super easy up until this point and everything looks good. Remember this? This was my first glove that oh, there's so many ends in there. This is the first glove that I made. Look how freaking beautiful it is. I should have used a smaller hook for the granny square. I feel like that was my main mistake, but this one is beautiful. It does have more holes because I didn't single crochet that. I just did continue the granny stitch. Or no, I did another granny square on that side. This has ventilation. But this was also Christmas in August. So next I'm going to do the finger. Now originally I just connected on here and did this hoping that the decreasing wouldn't create big holes, but guess what? It did create big holes. And my mother's thumb is not gonna be cold on my watch. So we have to do it separate and then sew it on. So what I did was where is all my stuff? I single crocheted 5 in a magic ring and then I did an increase row, just increasing in every stitch around. And then I just continued until it was long enough for my thumb. And then the last row, I'll show you when I'm doing it. Here is my thumb. So I single crocheted all the way around until I got to my last row. I did 4 double crochet, single crochet, slip stitch, just so that this end is a bit longer, so that when I put it on, it goes like up like this, not just like straight out. That's my reasoning behind that. And I don't know. Now I'm just gonna sew it on here. This is that. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I need to do this little top part thing. So what I did was I chained 6, and I chained these pretty tight, because if you don't chain them tight, then it's gonna end up holy on the top. Alexa, stop. And then in the second chain from the hook, you double crochet, or you increase, and then you just go along the chain, single crochet normal, and then you increase at the end. So why is it so freaking bright? So increase, single crochet along, increase at the end, and then we turn it around. We're gonna be working in the round still, and we increase in this one. So essentially both of them are going to have 4 on either end. Single crochet across in the bottom loops, and then increase in this last one. And then I go around, and see, if you have loose chains, then there will be holes, but I will use my end to fix that. Sew that in. Then from now on, I just increase here, here for every row, just on every corner or like round bit, until it gets to the point where it will go over my fingers. And then also however many stitches is however many is on your what? You want to match the stitches. Now I'm going to just single crochet around and around and around till it gets to the same length as this one. Ta-da! Now I'll just sew that on there. All right, here we are. Oh, what's this? Blah, 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 ta-da! Why is this bed so weird? I'm not a fan, definitely not. But again, my mom did not ask for mittens, so it's okay that they suck. If she really wanted mittens, then I would have probably tried harder, redone it, whatever. They're not even the same. This one's smaller than this one. That would bug me. Hopefully it doesn't bother her. She probably won't notice. But she watches my videos, so And if you don't know, I'm going to be opening a store soon, so I'm going to use her stuff as like a trial shipment, because shipping is the most scary part for me. So I want to see how that goes, see how her experience is. But first, I have to weave in all the ends of this. Maybe people meant like weave in as you go, as in like when you finish a part, like weave in the ends, because it has been beautiful. Like it makes me feel so good and accomplished weaving in as soon as I'm like done a portion. Like I would do the thumb, and then I'd weave in the end of the thumb and then sew it in, and then you end up with like no ends to weave in, or like 1 or 2 ends to weave in at the end. And then when you have all these projects done and you're like, I don't have to weave in any freaking ends because I already freaking did it, it feels so freaking amazing. I love it. I hope I can keep this up, and I think I will be able to, because now I have to weave in all the ends properly for this scarf, which is really annoying because like the scarf, everything else is fine, it doesn't have to look good on the inside, but the scarf, well, you know, you want it to be reversible, and this is the only one that's maybe gonna not look very great, because I'm gonna have to take out all the like things that I crocheted over so that I have a long enough piece to weave in, and it's not even gonna be that long. It's gonna take forever. It's gonna be not very nice, but it must be done. So here we go. Look at all the ends from all this stuff already that I made, just these projects. Well, and there's some pink in there from something else, but I use all that. It's not wasted. I use it to stuff my stuffies, if I ever make stuffies. Oh, here's some more. And it's really fun stuffing stuffies with that because it's all like rainbow colored. Anyway, 2 freaking hours later. I'm not even freaking exaggerating. Look at this. Ugh. Alexa, stop. Now I have to just wait for all my packaging and stuff to come in so I can practice shipping. My mom's birthday is in 6 days, so I'm hoping that it comes in soon. But I'm usually early, and then she gets her gift early, and even though she knows it's for her birthday or Mother's Day or whatever, she'll open it right away. So I'm putting an end to that this year. It's probably gonna be late. It's so funny thinking that my mom is gonna be like head to toe in, or just all around the face a kiss, in essentially what I'm considering Eric merch.